Do you ever sense that you're a prisoner of the Lord Jesus Christ? Paul wrote a number of times. I'm going to read from Ephesians 3, chapter 3 and 4, and Philemon, where he writes, "For I, Paul, the prisoner of Jesus Christ, for the sake of you Gentiles," here in chapter 3, verse 1. In chapter 4, he writes, "I, therefore, the prisoner of the Lord, entreat you to walk in a manner worthy of your calling with which you have been called." It's interesting how he is a prisoner of the Lord. And then you see in Philemon, when he wrote that Paul, a prisoner of Jesus Christ, and Timothy, our brother, to Philemon, our beloved brother and fellow worker. He goes at the end of that letter to Philemon, says, "To Epaphras, my fellow prisoner in Jesus Christ, greets you." So he's a prisoner in Jesus Christ. He's a prisoner of the Lord. Are you a prisoner of Jesus Christ? Do you sense circumstances in the experience you're having that you're a prisoner? Maybe it's a marriage. Maybe it's where you're located in the world and you cannot go somewhere else. Maybe it is your financial condition. Maybe it is your living conditions or the enemies of the Lord that seem to surround you. When I was on my honeymoon in Ephesus, this town, this ancient town in Turkey, we were surveying the town with a tour guide, and he pointed to a very pointed hill with a little building on top of it in the distance. And he said to us, "This is Paul's prison. You can go there and see it." They call it Paul's prison historically, and according to belief, that was Paul's prison. But he says, "I'm a prisoner of the Lord Jesus Christ." So if he was in that little prison house, which he probably was, I no doubt about it, he was in that prison, in that circumstances, saying to his own heart, his own mind, "I am here because of the Lord Jesus Christ, because of the living Christ, the living Son of God, who I follow after. He led me, and he knows that I'm here." Godliness with contentment is great gain. And I believe this is what we see here when he calls himself the prisoner of the Lord, the prisoner of Jesus Christ. He was content to be where the Lord led him, knowing that the Lord was in total control.